Hi, happy rainy day. It's like the best day. I love the rain. And I also love that it's kind of stopped so we can go outside and play for a little bit. My boys were on our trampoline last night, like just jumping in the rain with no shirts on. I'm sure that's probably not a great mom confession, but they had a great time. I made them take a shower and take a vitamin C afterwards. So they're still healthy today, but it's kind of nice to have something out of the ordinary to do while you're stuck at home all the time, right? Now, one of the things that happens when you're stuck at home all the time is an increase in your cravings. And I hear you guys, when I ask you what's your biggest hormonal issue, many of you have said it's the cravings that are really hard for me to deal with. So I get it. I experience them too. But I wanted to give you a couple helpful tools so that you don't have to be mastered by your cravings, right? Always a good kind of general philosophy in life, right? Deny yourself just a little bit, see what you're capable of. Not a bad thing. All right, the first step we had for decreasing cravings, hi there, is to make sure you're eating enough protein. And remember, it can be animal protein if you're type O, it can be plant protein if you are type A, all right? That's blood type. Just make sure you're getting your protein. If you're eating a diet that's super high in processed foods, you are not getting enough protein, and you're doing yourself a disservice by not getting a good amount of high quality whole foods. All right. If you're on a processed foods diet because you feel like you just give up during quarantine, I would really encourage you just start with just one meal, making sure that you're getting some good lean protein and eat protein till you're full. It only has 4 calories a gram. So this is really good for just general health, for cravings, but then also for your hormones. Your hormones really are reliant on protein because protein balances your blood sugar, and imbalanced blood sugar is going to lead to a whole host of issues that are going to disrupt your endocrine system. So if you've got a blood sugar roller coaster, your cortisol is going to be off, your melatonin is going to be off, your thyroid hormone is going to be off, your estrogen and progesterone could be off. So you really want to make sure that you're working to balance your blood sugar. The first way you can do that is by eating enough protein. Hey, Larissa. The second tip I had is, we went over this yesterday, make sure you get enough magnesium. Magnesium you can take with a supplement, 400 milligrams at night before bed, or magnesium citrate, 1 to 2 teaspoons at night in warm water before bed. I definitely had mine last night. I slept much better last night. It's a great sleep aid. It also helps reduce cravings in the body. And remember, every biological process in the body is dependent on magnesium. Magnesium is dumped from the body in times of stress, so it's likely you need more magnesium. Just adding magnesium could be a great way to reduce cravings. Today, the third craving, we're getting a little bit more esoteric. So we're getting a little bit more into the brain, because where do your cravings actually start? They don't start in your body, I promise you, especially if you've done the legwork to get enough protein and magnesium. Cravings are probably here. Of course, your cravings are here if you're at home all the time and your pantry is stocked with Girl Scout cookies and Oreos and I don't know, whatever we have. We have like leftover Halloween candy, I'm sure, still in our pantry. Marshmallows, my kids like marshmallows, so sometimes it's like a little hard to resist a marshmallow for some reason. It's like something from my childhood, I suppose. But if they're there, you're going to crave it. If it's not there, you're not going to crave it. And so that's one thing you can do, is just get it out of your house. It's an easy tip you can find, right? The other thing that is really helpful, and something I encourage my clients to practice, is we don't deny ourselves anything. Like, as long as you have all of the foods that are, properly nourishing your body, I see no reason to deny yourself treats every day. And in my 28-day reset, when I work with clients, every single day, my clients have a treat, because if they don't, you're going to end up binging later. I see this time and time and time again. Restriction will lead to binging behavior, and binging behavior is terrible for your hormones. To get a balanced body, you're going to want balanced nutrition, and balanced nutrition means having a treat every once in a while, or really every day. All right. So the principle that I want you to start putting into practice today is what we call the pause. All right. The pause is what I do with my private clients. And it's where you just wait. Say you want, listen, I don't know why I keep harping on Girl Scout cookies. It's Girl Scout cookie season, or just ended. So you see them all over and you realize, like, oh, they are pretty delicious. Girl Scout cookies, really good, right? And maybe I really want a Girl Scout cookie, but maybe I'm just anxious. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm stressed. Maybe I'm over quarantine. Maybe I'm undernourished. Maybe it's too close to dinner. Maybe it's too far away from dinner. I don't know what the situation is. but I really want a Girl Scout cookie. So what I encourage you to do is allow yourself to have that Girl Scout cookie after the pause, after 30 minutes. So set your timer, set your watch, set your phone for 30 minutes and start to get curious and think about, why do I want that cookie? Is there something else I actually want? Am I going to feel better after I have that cookie? Is it a good idea to have that cookie, or is it a terrible idea? Am I going to feel worse? Am I going to feel guilty? Am I going to feel imbalanced after I have that cookie? And if that's the case, then after 30 minutes, you can just move on. You can take a walk, you can drink some water, you can make yourself a healthy meal. But it's a good way to start practicing. Number one, if you're a believer, if you're a Christian, like we are called to have some self-discipline, right? If you are not, you can either ask me about that, or, you can just realize that some form of like self-denial is always good for the body, right? It's just always good to not give yourself everything you want all the time. That is, behavior that some of us don't really love in our children, and so we shouldn't tolerate it in ourselves, right? So you can just practice that 30-minute pause and see if you still want the Girl Scout cookie or XYZ after the 30-minute pause. And if you do enjoy it, like, go have it. Really enjoy it. You've waited 30 minutes, so you might as well enjoy your cookie. But remember, like, maybe you only need 1 or 2. You don't need 5 or 6, because the next day, if you're treating your body right, you can have something else, right? You are a responsible adult and you are in full control of your food choices. But remember, you know, your food choices do affect your hormones, and hormones are something that I really love, and I want you to balance your hormones, and I want you to realize that a proper hormone cascade comes from great nutrition, and a proper hormone cascade in women can be, upset very easily. We are sensitive creatures, us women. Our hormones are just as sensitive as we are. So if you find yourself being more sensitive than you'd like to be, realize that probably has something to do with your hormones. And the easiest way, the simplest way, the best way to start getting your hormones back on track is getting your nutrition back on track. All right. Don't need another pill. Don't need another doctor. You just need some common sense, some commitment to taking great care of yourself, and some nourishment. So start there. We'll be back tomorrow around 3 o'clock with another tip. And I hope you guys have a great rainy afternoon. Bye.